Hello guys, you caught me committing a crime. See, Skylander Swap Force is considered a federal crime in over 56 countries. You probably won't be seeing me after this. See, I don't want to play Swap Force as much as the next guy, but this is important. Well, I've been placed under house arrest, and they're saying that they won't let me leave until I educate our youth on a good game in the Toys to Life series called Disney Infinity. Now, I have many fond memories of the series, but I can't really go back to them anymore after an unknown man sat on my Wii U and broke it. However, I also have the game on Wii and Xbox 360. I don't even own a 360. Disney Infinity. The first time I heard of this game as a lad was in an advert in the newspaper. I was already a big fan of Skylanders by this point and was really excited to see a version of it with recognisable characters like Toy Story, Marvel and Star Wars. The first game was released in 2013, the same year as... The game was similar to Skylanders in the way that you use the figures as the characters, but also different in the game's style. Instead of playing missions in a story, you can build all kinds of items in your own sandbox world called the Toy Box. There are also playsets that let you play various levels in the different Disney universes. So, you may be wondering what made me resort to Swap Force in the first place. Well, luckily for you, I've prepared a retelling in the form of a PowerPoint. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and do you know what day it is? Yeah, that's right, February 9th. It's been the same all day, can you believe it? Anyway, I've received a strange invitation from someone inviting me to this year's National Water Convention. Now, you know me, I'm a huge fan of hydration, so I think I'm gonna go. The only problem with keeping the levels to certain Disney worlds was that there wasn't a lot of crossover. Even in the Toy Box, the characters only talk to characters from their universe. I always thought LEGO Dimensions did better with the interactions and crossovers than here. Other than that, the game was a huge success and loved by young me. In 2014, Disney Infinity 2.0 was released, and 3.0 was released in 2015. Each of the games are basically the same, except there are more characters added as well as newly added Marvel and Star Wars levels. Really, they could have just updated the original game with the characters and levels, but it's not as bad here as in something else. I think they were originally going to move on to this idea later with 4.0. Isn't water so good?
Psst. 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 Hey man, you do the revolution to replace all water with orange juice.
Water?
You bet.
But water's great, it keeps us hydrated,
That's what they tell you, my friend, but believe me, my friend hasn't drank water in about a year and he's doing fine. I haven't actually seen him in a while though.
I mean, I guess I could go. There's not a lot going on here apart from drinking.
Hey Bill, we have our first customer.
Why am I suddenly thinking about Disney Infinity? The game's Toy Box includes a creator tool that lets you make levels and worlds which others can play. As a lad, I wasn't too creative and just used a pre-built one and summoned in enemies to beat up. To get various pieces, you would have to unlock them through the playsets. Each playset has an open world style area as well as missions and levels to complete. I always enjoyed the playsets, but it was more fun to mess around in the Toy Box. This comes on to the point of what happened to Disney Infinity. The games were cancelled after 3.0 and sadly 4.0 never saw the light of day. A few never released figures were discovered, but apart from that there isn't much known about what happened with 4.0. If you want to know more about why these sort of games failed, check out my Skylanders video where I talked about that a bit more. I wasn't expecting it to be like this.
Oh, thanks man.
That wasn't a compliment. Freeze, police!
It's the police!
It's the guy from the Luigi video! You killed him? Yep. These orange supporters won't get away with it on my watch. I'm a Sprite fan myself. Isn't that illegal? Well, well maybe I should arrest you as well. You're supporting the orange fan base and all. Isn't that Luigi? Where? However, Disney Infinity is still kind of around today. An action figure line called Toy Box Figures uses the designs of the characters from Disney Infinity. Some of the figures are of characters that we never saw in the games, which gives us an idea of what they could have looked like. Unlike Skylanders, Disney Infinity died with pride and the games were still good before its death. Disney mostly just saw what happened to Skylanders and decided that the Toys to Life craze was dying and escaped unscathed. If you want to go back to these games, I'd go for 3.0. They're all the same really, but 3.0 has the most features. So it seems that before his death, the Orange fan was invited around a friend's house to play games. Now that he's dead, I think I must go to honour his legacy. I mean, we knew each other for so long. 10 minutes? Hey! Ah! Personally, I had a great time playing Disney Infinity as a lad, and even in recent years before the Wii U sitting of 2019. I'm hoping to soon get my hands on an Xbox copy of the game, but you need a special portal and I haven't found one for a good price yet. If I had to go back to either this or Skylanders, I'd go with Infinity, as really only the first two Skylanders are good, while all three Infinity games are at least decent. Hello guys, you caught me committing a crime. You probably won't be seeing me after this. See, I don't want to play SWAT Force as much as the next guy, but this is important. No! Well, I guess you're forgiven for all you've done. It's good to know more people are going to get to know about my favourite game. I'm finally free from my evil acts after talking about Disney Infinity. Now I must honour Orange Fan's legacy and travel to meet his relative, no matter the cost. I'll bring this in case questions are asked. Who are you talking to?
Oh, thanks, man.
What happened there?
I forgot it was busy.